Listen, man, I'm rebranding, man. I'm restructuring. I'm retooling. I'm doing a couple things right here. You know what I mean? I gotta do name changes. I gotta do all this stuff, man. When you talk to somebody that runs businesses and they tell you to switch things up, you gotta switch things up. So I'm workshopping some things right now. I don't know if I feel comfortable saying what I'm doing yet. I don't know if it sounds right yet, but I'm working on some things. But the one thing that I do know, and the one thing that remains a constant, is the fellas on the panel. The fellas on the pod and pulled up. I even got Chef Justin wearing a Yeet shirt, and I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm completely fine with it. I'm fine. I got DPJR trying to outdress everybody, doing damn well we dressed down on this damn show. I don't know what the hell got into him.
This is dressing down now. This is for me.
Listen, damn it. JMC in the building, your boy Evan Mack in the building. You know, I said I do proper introductions when I do this damn real podcast later on. But I just want to get everybody funneled in, and we got a couple people live. Yo, shout out to the Wheel 5 Stud. And I like to welcome everybody to the show. And let me start off. Let me start off something. You know what I mean? Let me talk to y'all gentlemen for a second. Let me
talk to you.
No, we'll get to that. Listen, nobody knows. Okay, let me unpack. So I was gonna start a certain way. Anybody in the chat that wants to talk, y'all are more than welcome to chime in. I see y'all popping. If y'all want to just chill and watch, y'all can do that as well. But you guys are always welcome to join in on the conversation. And the conversation I wanted to start out with is I'm seeing Cody cut a promo, right? And I'm seeing things come across the wire, and everybody's losing their mind. Best promo of his career, and whatever the Rock, whatever he will do. Like, I think, you know what? Damn it, I'm floundering because I got a couple places I'm gonna take this. Listen, fellas. Okay, let me ask you a question, DPJR. Let me start with you. Let me start the show like this. Who is Roman Reigns fighting at WrestleMania? Who's he wrestling?
I thought he was fighting Cody Rhodes.
Huh. Okay. So
that's what I thought.
You sure Cody's not wrestling The Rock? Are you sure?
Man,
I'm curious.
I thought I might have seen something come down my timeline that Dwayne Johnson and Cody Rhodes might be having a match. I'm not sure. My bad.
No. But when? When? Not in April. Not in April.
I don't know. I didn't think it was April. I thought it was a tag team match, but I thought the main match was versus the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. That's what I thought.
What the hell is going on? What are they doing? What are they doing? Why is Cody cutting promos against Dwayne Johnson? Roman Reigns ain't even there. Can you tell me what's going on? Huh? Marvin Gaye, God rest his soul. What is going on? What's going on?
There seems to be some things going on, and there's a lot of, it's almost like a stew, if you will. There's a lot of things happening in the pot at once. And sometimes if you put too much in the pot, it's all gonna taste the same.
Interesting. JMC, what's happening right now?
No one knows. They don't know. I thought the Roman not showing up because he was a special attraction all year was cute and by design. I'm not so sure anymore. Ooh. Don't you think, Evan and panel and my good friends, don't you think that Roman has carte blanche to be like, no, I need to be there. This is WrestleMania.
Yeah, he can't miss any shows leading up to WrestleMania. He cannot.
Not this late in the game, and not with the cattywampus BS that we've been dealing with.
And I listen, y'all know how I feel about Roman Reigns. Only thing, my only critique is a dude need to put a suit on that, but that's nothing compared to how I feel about this dude. He can't miss any shows. He can't.
And you guys saw the bait and switch for SmackDown, right? They were like, Roman's gonna come alone. But that's because The Rock is taking the night off. And I know The Rock's busy, but you guys had this slated for months now. You can't miss the month prior. Here and there, it's okay. Roman being a special attraction, they say that on TV. It's cute. It's a gimmick. It's part of his allure, if you will, but not this time of year. This Super Bowl Saturday and Sunday, coming up for the 40th extravaganza on the grandest stage of them all, you cannot miss.
I'm talking about it better be something with your kid. It better have been 2 root canals. It better, and I know it ain't no damn root canal because the dentist is closed by the time SmackDown start. What the hell is wrong with you? You can't get no dentist appointment. So listen, what? Hold on. And then coming across the wire, I'm minding my business. I really wasn't trying to find this. And then somebody pulls the tape of Cody stealing his AEW promo and using it in Raw. Wait a minute. He used the promo against Jericho in AEW that he used against Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and that has been, it took a dude 5 minutes to find that.
Are we talking about the promo? I didn't know we were going to get into the promo yet. Are we talking about that now?
We got to, because he stole the promo from himself.
And you thought we
But The Rock does steal the same promo from himself every week. He gives
no, the hell he does no.
Stealing
your catchphrases and stealing direct promos is 2 different things. He stole the exact promo when he's talking about 2 different people. That is lazy. That's what I say. See, this dude is rehearsed, man. He's so damn rehearsed. He brought up something he did before. There is no excuse for a man that commands that much money. There is no excuse for a man that has that much time to prepare. There is no excuse with the creative and all these things people tell me this man is, for him to come up in that ring and do a promo he did on Chris Jericho to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. There is no excuse for that. And there is no metric, and there is no person, and there's no way you can spin that. You shut the hell up.
Man, take that shit down, Chef. No heat at all.
They're gonna create I cannot stand there is no rhyme or reason, and that's why I got upset when people talking about, like, I'm telling you, I didn't think it was his best promo before I found this out. It's definitely not now.
Isn't it amazing?
Someone did a side-by-side comparison and it synced up.
Tough break.
You sprinkle a couple swear words in some lewd references, and everyone remembers that fondness of the Attitude Era, and all of a sudden that's his best promo. That was not even in his top 10 best promos ever. There was a few one-liners and a few zingers in there that I'm
calling everything into question now. Where does it stop? I'm calling every promo into question right now. Yo, Young Rich. Yo, what to do, bro? Appreciate you joining. The PG era been over since 2013 when it became the reality era, in 2016 when it became the new era. Now we're in the Renaissance era. Listen, because everybody's like, the PG era is over. I go, it's been over, y'all. What y'all talking about? It's been over. That was Cena's run. But I'm calling every promo into question now. There ain't no drawing from inspiration. There ain't no he took from himself. The stakes are too high. Dylan Matthews, what's up? The stakes are too high. You need to, man, boy, I swear to God, man, you would never. Can you imagine if that was like, if Cena did that? Can you imagine if one of these wrestlers that everybody always talks bad about would do that? They would run them ragged. They would drag them all across the place. My daddy always says it. You will rationalize anything for someone you like.
Mm-hmm.
You will rationalize their behavior. You will rationalize everything they do. But because Evan loves Cody Rhodes does not mean I can't call him to the carpet on this. That is crazy. That's crazy.
You should, because you do love him.
Yeah, I gotta hold you to a higher standard. You can't come on Monday Night Raw. And with all due respect, and I don't want to get too far in the weeds on this, but there ain't a person in this world that thinks Dwayne Johnson has LDS. There ain't a person in this world. We please? We don't have to get sexual about this. We don't have to say pause like dudes say because they don't want to sound like they're homophobic or whatever. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't got to pause after I say nothing. I ain't got to pause after I say nothing. You know exactly what I'm talking about. There's many things you can say about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You can't call into question his manhood. Are you kidding me? The Rock could take your girl, take anybody's girl. My wife would even I would contemplate leaving me for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And she's obsessed with me. She would be like, You want to talk about pause? She would be like, oh, okay. She'd have to wait. She'd have to wait all of our years, and she still might leave.
Hey, him and Shamar Moore, man. Hey, it's those two brothers right there.
Yo, shout out to yo, all mine. What it do? But so all the oohs and the ahs. Here goes the problem, Cody. Do you have any idea what's about to come your way this Friday? Do you know what this man's about to do on social? Lord Jesus.
Damn.
So he's gonna get cooked, in the city. Right. He's gonna get cooked on Instagram, and then he's gonna show up to the building and get roasted by Roman in a tracksuit.
It's gonna be a double roast. He gonna be on the spit fight. They're gonna be slow. You listen, them Pacific Islanders, they be rotating the pigs on the spit. They gonna rotate him on. Well, that's what they do in the Pacific Islands of Samoa.
Hey, and one of the problems is that The Rock commented how good that promo was versus Chris Jericho, and then now he can use that and pull his ass to the carpet about that part.
If he does that, he's the unquestioned GOAT. Yo, shout out to PAW. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna call into question the people's strudel, brother. Easy, big fella.
Easy, big fella. Hold on. Chills, baby. I got chills right now.
But listen. Yo, chat. Everybody that's just tuned in, appreciate y'all. What's happening? Is this Cody versus The Rock? What's going on right now? Chat, talk to me. Can y'all help me out here? Yo, Belt Guard, can you help me out here? What the hell is he going back and forth cutting promos against Dwayne for? This guys, this is my issue.
That's the issue right there.
This is my issue. See, people are like, yo, what's the problem? My problem is, yo, shine bright, what to do? Like, my problem is, now, does this feel like Roman Reigns? He's calling himself the final boss? Yo, come on, what the hell is going on?
Are they telling on themselves when they say that? Remember in the promo that he cut Friday, he did say Mama Reigns, he's going to give him a belt. Was that a fraudulent slip? Or was that an accident where he just made a mistake? Who knows? Because if he does turn on Roman Reigns, was he talking to Mama Reigns? Because remember, he said Mama Reigns in the promo. There's a lot of shit going on, man. And I think
they're telegraphing to him turning on Roman thing. That's telegraph.
And I think they're trying to throw everybody off his scent by them two going at each other on Raw and SmackDown. And, because they're going to go against each other April 1, if I'm not mistaken, in Brooklyn, New York, because The Rock's going to be at Raw. I mean, shit's probably going to hit the fan, and hopefully Cody Rhodes can step up to the plate, knock it out the park, because I thought it was a solid 6 to 7 promo. It wasn't nothing special. I mean, because
6 to 7 is high, fam. 10's the highest.
But 5 is mid. At 5 is
I'll take 5. I'll take 5 any day of the week. That's like a lot of dudes out there think they get with dimes. They don't. Well, 5 is you gotta understand something. 10 is the dopest of the dope. So what I'm trying to say is 5 is not so bad, is what I'm trying to say. Yo, what up, Moneybag?
Like 2.
No, I think it was a 0. He stole for himself.
What did you think before you found out before he stole from himself? What did you think of the verbiage?
5.
It was barely better than him crying the week before. I mean, the best thing that was said was calling Roman his side chick or whatever they wanted to say, making him look insignificant.
Not bad.
That's about it. The rest of it was hot garbage.
You didn't like the part, Chef, you're a respectable young man. You didn't like the part. I like the part where he glossed over. He's like, Rock, I know your mom, and everyone thought he was going to say something. He's like, she's a sweet lady. I thought that was kind of cute, but cute isn't what I want a month before WrestleMania. But I thought it was cute.
This is the guy who's supposed to be our champion after WrestleMania.
That's true.
Thank you.
And then he's going to rip Paul Heyman's. He's going to rip Paul Heyman's throat out 5 minutes later.
This is the guy who threw a chair at random security officers that were supposed to be from New York.
What was that? Did I miss something? Why did Paul Heyman come out and apologize for that? In kayfabe, why did he do that? Because it was dumb. Because it was actually stupid. Is that why?
I think they were just trying to cover for the fact that it was stupid and unnecessary.
Okay.
Like why? Okay. Right. If Paul Heyman, Cody's not going to beat up Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman bringing out security to surround him, to surround the ring and protect himself is also trash. Like,
okay. Yeah,
HAWT hot garbage.
Cody's not that big. He's not going to hit Paul Heyman. He's not. He respects that man. Like the promos that they cut last year tells you that. All you need to know about
that's Cody's best work. That's his best work.
I was just gonna say that to everyone. Do you guys remember?
You know why his best work? Because Paul Heyman demands authenticity out of you. So he kept it. So when they kept it really, really real, and it was the least rehearsed he's been. You can't give this man a 5 or a 6 DP if he stole a promo from before.
I'd go 4. I don't think it was a 0. I think
can't do it. Won't do it.
You can't do it. That's that. Oh my Lord Jesus! That is like
it doesn't matter.
Like
I guess an F is an F. I guess an F is an F.
Listen,
4 out of 10 is 40%. It's failing.
Hey Pino, you be cracking me the hell up over here. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting them destroy Cody. Cody, I ain't gonna defend you right here, man. I'm just I ain't gonna defend you right here.
Listen, Moneybag said you can't. Moneybag said you can't do it. Moneybag PA Dubs said they robbed us of Rock and Roman. I go, yeah, I'm trying to move on from that. PA Dubs, Shine Bright said, I don't think they robbed us of it because it's still going to be on the table for one of the major. Yeah, Shine Bright, I know what you're saying, but they robbed us for 40. Like, I gotta stay alive a year longer. Who said the lawyer ain't gonna take me up out of here before then? Shine Bright, how long must I live? How long must I live? How long can them 50-year-old bones of Dwayne Johnson hold up? You know what I mean, Sean Bright? How much Papa Tui must this man put on his body to stay youthful? How much Papa Tui must he ingest?
Forget about that stuff right here. You know what I'm saying?
I just use it when I pull it up.
Hey, you hear me? Got my brother looking 5 years younger. You hear me? Cody, do better, damn it. Do better.
Yo, Will Foster said, I thought the promo was pretty good. Not his best, but it was pretty good. I guess I can say that because I never really paid attention to his promos in AEW. It doesn't change the fact, Will Foster, that he stole. If I don't pay attention to someone getting shot and they kill, are they still dead?
Leave it alone.
Are they still dead? Yo, I didn't pay attention to that dude killing that dude. Did he die? It still happened. It still happened. I don't give a damn what I pay attention to. It happened because I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I didn't know that thing existed. I was minding my damn business. You think I wanted to see that? I did not want to see that.
The last thing I needed.
Cody.
The last thing I needed was Cody Rhodes acting like a Steven Seagal movie where it's scripted and telegraphed, and I know he's gonna win the fight. Like, it's so repetitive. I already know what's gonna happen every time he come out, every time he speak, every time now we got the dog. Now I can't roast him because he's got a cute dog, and I got dogs. Like,
he's married. He's marrying people. We ain't reading nuptials.
Hey, he's over here. Ain't doing much better either.
Who you talking about?
Who?
Seth Rollins. They both over there in the same boat together. Don't act like your boy left off the ship. He's still on the ship. They tied at the hip out here interrupting great shit with Drew McIntyre when he come out. Man, let that man do his interest. Why you laugh? That shit?
I laughed.
I bet you did. Why your boy need to take his glasses off to cut a grape? Promo.
Yes.
What the hell? What you talking about here? I don't understand that, man. But that's your guy. I mean, we can't sit here and act like the dude is not cutting run promo, getting mad glasses off. They threw this shit into the crowd. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, brother, right now. Joe McIntyre, I don't even think you're great. Like, come on, bro. Why you need to take your glasses off?
See, this is how I know. This is how I know Cody bombed, because you over here trying to go to Seth Rollins. This is how I know. This how I know you over here trying to slander.
Roman Reigns is my guy.
Yo, Heidi Mack,
don't you?
Are you out of your mind? Yo,
I got her.
Pause.
I got her.
I'll be damned if my wife came up on this damn podcast with a yeet. Yo, come on, will y'all please?
I just saw that. Yeah. Hey, Chef, come over here doing things big up here.
Top rope. Listen, damn it.
Hey, jump in your chair right now.
Oh my God, I can't
Dual
stand
circle.
any of y'all right now. Yo,
Nah,
that's what I'm talking about.
again.
Will 5. That's what I'm talking about, baby. No yeet, no yeet.
I'd rather have fun than continue talking about this sorry ass dude who's supposed to be.
Oh, we moving on. We moving way on. I'm done. I'm too through Magoo right now. We gonna listen to him like, that was the best pro. I was like, maybe. And then all of a sudden, here I go, minding my business. Yo, 103 WTO. Yo, shout out to the new people pulling up. I appreciate you. Nah, I don't believe it. He said, he said, I don't believe it. It says it's been the PG era was over from the time SmackDown went to Fox. That was how many years ago? Yes, yeet, yes, yeet. Will Fox study you call it an audible, but I don't mind that, brother. That's why I like the chat. He said, can we talk about the Bray Wyatt documentary trailer? Yeah, it's gonna be done well. They got the best people in the world. They got the best production in the world. As far as sports entertainment goes, no one's better. No one's better than the E. There's just no one better. They got the smartest people. They got the best editors. They keep all the footage, even the footage you don't see, they keep. So you're going to get to see so many things that you never got to see before because they just keep the camera rolling. They never delete. They have so many archives. That's why the warehouse is so much bigger than people think. Shout out to Jerome, was good. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a beautiful watch. It's going to be an emotional watch. And it's going to be literally, at the end of the day, all jokes aside, you know, we on here and we're trying to entertain you, but the best thing that wrestling, like historians do, best thing wrestling companies do is honor their fallen. Nobody does it better. Nobody does it better. The only people that do it better or as good is probably the NFL, but the sports entertainment, WWE, so on and so forth, WCW, they send off their legends in style. And it is going to be beautiful. Seriously, I don't even know what else you could say. It's going to be spectacular. Samoa Watchman, heat. Yes, we threw the word eat into a catchphrase because Samoans, listen, I am sick and tired of all you sucker MCs in this chat. And on this panel, getting my wife roped up into this tomfoolery.
What can I say?
The shenanigans.
You're welcome.
Here you go. Let them know.
Shout out to Maui up in here. Shout out to Maui pulling up. Oh my God, you guys make me sick, but I love y'all. Listen, let me make a terrible transition. Shine bright. Nia Jax deserves her props. She has improved in her ring work, and they've been doing a good job of building her up. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting. Shine bright. Like for real. Like my only gripe with Nia was hurting people in the ring. But that's my gripe with any wrestler. Mm-hmm. The number one thing I need a wrestler to do, even before they cut promos well, even before they look like $1 million, is just wrestle safe. That's my number one thing. We can when you wrestle safe, then we start worrying about all the other stuff on the surface. So Nia, all she had to do was tighten that up. Because she's a proper heel. They're starving for proper heels. She knows how to get heat. She's actually pretty, you know what I mean? So it's easier to hate somebody that's pretty. And she's improved her craft. I do believe she deserves better than what's going on right now.
Can I go ahead and disagree with Shine Bright? Because I think they're doing an awful job of building her up.
I think he's talking about these past year.
The past year's been fine, but as we all know, they will never pull the trigger on her to win a big match when it actually matters. Yes, they make her an imposing force. She needed to beat Becky Lynch ever, and there's a built-in storyline right there if she actually goes to WrestleMania against Rhea Ripley, and I think it's far more compelling than Becky Lynch. And that match, no offense, ladies, that match is not going to sell any more tickets. It's already sold out. There's a compelling story there. Becky and Rhea can be done at any time, and it will draw and be interesting to several people. But to me, Nia Jax beating Becky makes her look unstoppable. Actually, Evan, you and I talked about it. I would have had Nia shock the entire world, beat Rhea Ripley in her hometown, and then fight 100%. Becky at WrestleMania. Then you have 100%. You have a year to turn Rhea babyface, get her away from Dom in the Judgment Day, and then she gets her redemption and the title back at WrestleMania next year. Let Nia go on a run for a year and make her.
They're scared to do that though. Everything you're saying is about fear. Not Rhea losing at Elimination Chamber to me was the only move. Rhea can get the title back tomorrow. That's how much of a force she is. So you have Nia shock the world. That's how you get real heat. That because Australia would have rioted. You get her out of there, you sneak her up out of there. She flies back home as your champion because number one, no one would have saw it coming. And then she goes on a tear, beats everyone. Rhea has her redemption, comes back as a babyface out of Judgment Day because they're floundering. And ain't nobody floundering more than Judgment Day than besides Little Mermaid sidekick Flounder. They floundering like flounder. It's floundering. It's deep. It's done. It's over. It's terminated. It's toast. It's gone.
Floundering.
Get her out of there.
An hour out of water.
Under the sea. Get them.
Trying to tell you, boy.
Within a year, Rhea could have been one of the biggest baby faces, men or women, in the entire company if you do it.
That's
that
over.
Way.
Scared.
It's way over.
Well,
and Nia gets that opportunity that she never got. It just pisses me off. You know, one guy, I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but you know who loved to have people losing their hometown? God damn it, that's good shit.
That's such good shit.
Yeah.
The big issue is in that Becky Lynch Rhea Ripley match. The biggest issue is who's the heel. You tell me.
Becky's not doing anything very likable. I don't know.
Yeah, but they love Becky Lynch and they love Rhea Ripley, and they haven't really determined who you should.
You're right. You're right.
And that's the issue. Who do I hate? Who do I love? I know they're both dope, and then you give me this bullshit. You're gonna hit the music, and they just stand in the ring at the end. Give a damn about that. I don't care. Do something. Do something. Y'all done looked at each other enough. What y'all gonna kiss next? Nah, I want y'all to fight. Come on now.
Let me circle back. Let me circle back to the one thing that we talked about in the beginning. Yo, Cody, that's a heel promo, man. Stop cutting heel promos. You ain't a heel, bro.
That's true.
That's a hit. That was a heel promo. That's how heels. That's a. I just want y'all to understand. Y'all know wrestling. That's a heel promo. That's not for you. That's not for you, bro. It's not.
Everybody ain't The Rock.
To your point.
Perfect segue.
To your point, Evan, if you had the pencil brother, to all of you guys, what would you have if you had bullet points for Cody right now at this stage, a month out? What would you have him say, or what approach would you have him take? Do you have him take a baby face like Rock? You think it's cool to swear and you say all these things in your catchphrases? He's
a baby face. Because I'm just saying, if you are a baby face, you're a baby face. It ain't my fault. Listen, that's what you are. The Rock has chosen the heel persona, your white meat baby face, as the insiders say. So this is why I will say it before and I'll say it again. Because Jay, you just asked a good question. That's why everyone always wants to be heel. Because the hardest thing to do is be a baby face, because you have to do everything right. It's so hard. That's why instantly, what is everyone saying his best promo was last night? Why? Because that was heel work.
Yeah.
It's so hard to be a babyface and make people care. That's why so many people bail out and be like, I really want to try that heel work. I bet you do. You get to cheat, you get to lie, you get to do corrupt things. It's easier. It is easier to be a heel in professional wrestling than a babyface. That's why Cody cut a promo on Monday as a heel. That's a heel promo if I've ever seen one. Little dick syndrome? Are you serious right now?
The LDS.
Listen. There's only one LDS, and that's the Latter-day Saints. I don't want to ever done, you know? Listen, Sean Bright said, I don't think Becky should win the title defense, but hopefully Nia will interfere during the match at WrestleMania and set up things for Nia to have a title reign. PA Dub said at least they didn't tug a war with the belt. All mine is agreeing. Ralph said, yo, shout out to Ralph. Oprah turned the Rock heel, not Cody. Yo, shut down.
Hey, I think Liv Morgan ends up costing Becky Lynch, and there's your heel turn for somebody. Mark it down. There's something. Hey,
at least you're saying something. At least you're saying something.
So
but
what do you guys need on SmackDown? What do you guys need? What do you want to see to get a little bit of heat back if it's salvageable? What do you guys need to see out of Roman and Cody face to face?
Come out in a Versace vest. That's
you know where Evan's at. Evan first needs Roro to wear a damn collared shirt or a suit. That's me.
Something like
and
that.
Secondly, now I just need him to pull up. What the hell is
you can't be missing work.
That's all you ask. Damn, that shouldn't be too hard to accommodate.
What the hell? And also, I know this is going to be very tough for him because he's a legend and he's an icon. But hey, Dwayne, I'm gonna need you to take a couple steps back for a second, bro.
Just a break.
You ain't the main event. You ain't the main event. I'm here to tell him that right now. How about we? Because last time I checked on night 2, you ain't ending the show. You might do some stupid shit to end the show. But the match is Cody Roman. That's what y'all been shoving down my throat since y'all robbed me of greatness. So since you robbed me of greatness, yo, Dwayne, I'm gonna need you to take a step back. You know what they say on the Hollywood? Because I know you got no Hollywood jargon. I need you to take 5. Cut. How about that? I need you to go back to the trailer for a little bit and read your lines and then hang out and go to craft services and get the hell out the damn ring for a few minutes and let Roman Reigns, the man that's been carrying this damn company for damn near 4 years. And now everyone's sitting there and acting like The Rock's carrying it. That dude has kept this thing afloat. I can make the case they don't get that $5 billion deal without him. I can make the case. That dude has been on a tear.
Facts.
That man has been on a tear, and we just gonna gloss over this. This is my problem. This is my issue. This is why I say you need to do these things and dress accordingly, because people are forgetting the damn run you've been on, dude.
Remind them.
The people he has beaten is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The men he has beaten, ridiculous.
Tell him again.
I love Shine Bright. Shout out to you, boy. It ain't about loving The Rock. It ain't about that. It's about you need to take a step back. And you know why you ain't taking a step back? Because of that ego, bro. I love you, man, but you got an ego on you, man. This ain't storyline. That ain't storyline, man. He needs to take a step back.
Like Damian Lillard.
Bro, like a Damian Lillard step back for real,
like a Harden step back.
Oh yeah, listen, that's like 8 steps, you know. But he need to take that. Yo, my goodness!
Plain and simple. It just needs to be 2 men in the ring, 2 microphones, a nice tight script. Roman goes over on the promo. Because if you want Cody to be the super white meat babyface, he has to overcome something. Right now, the only thing he's fighting is overcoming what The Rock says Friday at noon on Instagram. Bars. So he needs to come out and take the beating from Roman, because that's who your opponent is, right? That's your barrier. That's the bar you're trying to get over. That's what you're trying to overcome. Constantly bickering with The Rock is only distracting you from what supposedly your goal was, which is finishing the story. Period.
It's well said. And everybody's walking around like, ooh, maybe that's his plan. I go, no, it's not. This ain't no distraction. Y'all overthinking this. Ain't no distraction. This is just bad writing and bad structuring.
Yes.
You guys keep telling me the main event is Roman, Cody, run it back. We need to get down to brass tacks. We're less than 20 days away. We're like we gotta stop making excuses for sloppiness. This needs to be a moment. This is what bothers people that watch wrestling. They're bothered because they're like, oh damn, Roman's losing.
Yeah. To add on to Chef's point, what they need to do is at April 1 when Rock pulls up to Brooklyn. Hey, Michelle Rubio needs to be in the stands. She needs to be sitting right there at ringside, and that's when Cody Rhodes needs to get the dog shit beat out of him. Talk about pull on his own blood. I'm talking about whoop his ass within the inch of his life, worse than Brock Lesnar. I'm talking about the whole bloodline. Roman Reigns pulls up, Solo Sikoa pulls up, Jimmy Uso pulls up, hell, Jacob Fatu pulls up, and they beat the dog shit out of that man, and then you'll have some sympathy for him, and then he'll have something to overcome, and then maybe people will start to buy into the fact again that Cody Rhodes could be the guy to take people into the promised land, because a lot of people on this show don't believe in that, man. So, You know, you got to take steps to move into the right direction, and those would be steps to move into the right direction, because it would get heat on the bloodline, and also it would get sympathy for Cody Rhodes, the white meat babyface, and to give his ass and the fans something to cheer for, rather than him talk about not being able to finish the story. Now, we need to see you get your ass beat within an inch of your life.
100%. He's too invincible right now. When a baby face is chasing, he has to overcome something, just like Chef said. So he's standing in that ring in his b-boy stance way too much.
Laughing.
Way too much in his b-boy. Way too much in your b-boy stance with your 3-piece suits on, bro. You need to get the brakes beat off you. Straight up. Now listen, is there time? I'm sure there's time, but there ain't much. They're not much at all. Shout out to all the new people joining us in the chat. I do acknowledge you, because I don't acknowledge my tribal chief. I acknowledge the people that pull up to this damn podcast. But let me make a terrible transition. Let me do something that I never wanted to do. And PAW, the Belt God, if you're here, I'm going to be disgusted, because I didn't want to do this in front of you, but I got to keep it a buck. Hodge, Heidi Mack knows who I'm talking about. I have to do that. Hopefully he's not here. Okay. I would like to take this time on the new podcast, the brand new rendition of this podcast, to mourn the death of LA Knight. It's over. It's done. It's done and dusted. I felt like it was done with when Roro damn near squashed him. I should have known the writing was on the wall then. This man does not have a solo match at WrestleMania. This man is not in the obvious United States title match. This man ain't even being talked about being in the Intercontinental title match. This man, I don't give a damn what anybody says right now. There is no way in the world. Chat, people on this wonderful panel, am I wrong? Is this man not DOA? Is he not dead on arrival? Is he not gone? Is he not a phantom? Is he not the Hollow Man right now? Please talk me off the ledge, brother.
So I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead, Chef. Cook something up.
I guess my first problem with LA Knight is I don't even know what LA stands for. I don't know what the character's supposed to be. The theme music is trash. We already have discussed the moveset. I mean, a BFT sounds like a Subway Jimmy John sandwich. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Like you said, he got over with the champ because as DPJ has tried to say about other people and other wrestlers with chants and crowd interactions, and sometimes you got to be better than the chant, right? You got to be more than a chant. It was a good moment, but I don't see anything there, man. Like, at least Sammy has something that people tend to keep coming back to as far as how gutty and gritty he is as a wrestler and how he gets, he has these quote unquote 5-star matches and these slobber knockers and these bangers. And that's not an LA Knight match, right? Like, he's not a ring technician. He's not a brawler. He's not a big man. He's not a luchador. He's not, he doesn't have, I don't know. Something's missing, and I don't know if they're trying to find what's missing. I don't know if they care to help him. I mean, he did help them get the Slim Jim deal, so there's that, and that's probably what they're holding on to at this point, is the fact that they got the Slim Jim sponsorship, and he helped, be the face for that, I guess. So that's where he's stuck at right now, is the Slim Jim lane. Like, that's not a bad thing, but it's not a great thing.
Yo, listen, so everything you're saying, I understand everything you're saying, and nobody was as high on LA Knight as me.
I know you are.
In the chat, Jerome said something great, but I want to make sure he understands what I'm trying to say. He said LA still gets a huge pop. They can give him the money in the bank this year. Last year was the time to give it to him. But to your point, yo, what up, Eric? Was good, bro. Like this is everything you're saying, Jerome is right. The crowd is still with him, but if the company's not with you,
we already discussed that
point?
the money in the bank is a joke anyway. So what does that do, giving him the briefcase? We already said that was dead.
Dead in the water.
Yo, Razor Gem, shout out to you pulling up for the first time. Bring back Jim Johnson to make music. Even Seth Rollins doesn't know the newer theme songs because Jim Johnson, you ain't never go hear me question Jim Johnson. That's GOAT man right there. That's the GOAT. Jerome, even though still not sure what to do with Damian at this point. Yeah, listen. I everything Chef said, everything you guys are saying in the chat, I'm with you guys on that. My thing is, the reason why I say he's dead is because it's WrestleMania 40. Last year, SoFi, I was there. Everyone begged for that man to be part of WrestleMania, begging. And the fact that they have another go round and they're not putting him in again. But Evan, what about AJ Styles and LA Knight? I go, for what? Why? I know what AJ Styles can do. I know what it'll look like, but why? And I don't need matches with stakes. I just need to care about the match. Like, great, we all know some of the greatest matches of all time don't require a title defense. They don't require stipulation. It could just be a good old slobber knocker. However, can LA Knight give you that with AJ?
Maybe.
Can he give you like a good old fashioned Jim Ross slobber knocker? Could he?
Maybe, but I don't think that's the issue with LA Knight. I think
what's the issue
with LA Knight started when he got the WWE championship match versus Roman Reigns, and he never recovered from that. And also, you throw in the fact that The Rock pulls up the actual real deal Holyfield, the guy who invented that swag, and then you lose the interest you had in somebody who reminded you of somebody who's back. Now you got him again. Now you get the dude real right in the flesh. He's out there cutting promos, getting the heel Rock. He's getting electricity and all this other shit going down. Hey, man, you got to be more than LA's on a vest and some glasses that's got two lenses on them, brother. You got to do more than just be a champ. I don't hear as much, LA Knight. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's cool and all. It's cute. But other than that, what type of substance are you bringing? And then we getting somebody who does what you were trying to do better than you could ever imagine of doing it. And we're watching it. And then he's pulling up in Nazi vests and Gucci shirts and cutting 20-minute promos on Instagram, the type LA Knight dreams about. He goes to sleep and then he wakes up wishing he could do something like that, but somebody pinched him and he went back to reality. Now he's towards the bottom of the card, and it's an unfortunate reality. Hey, this is your reality. Shout out Rhea Ripley. Yeah, we out here tying in, giving out trademarks. Shout out her fine ass. Hey, love you, Megan. But here's the deal. They need to maybe do a reset of his character because it's not working. I don't know. How long is The Rock going to be around?
Not long.
I don't know. If The Rock's around until next WrestleMania, you're gonna get LA Knight in the same position that he's in. And is that something that you want? I don't think so.
My man got Austin theoried.
He did. He did. And we all love The Rock. We wanted The Rock, but he was a casualty of The Rock pulling up and giving you what you want. It's the real thing. This ain't no knockoff.
I think that he deserved an opportunity for a run at a mid-card title, and I say that with the utmost respect because I love both titles. But at the time, you couldn't go away from Gunther because they were establishing something with him that is going to pay dividends if it hasn't already. The U.S. title, I do understand, although I'm not the biggest Logan Paul fan, I understand why he goes viral all the time and generates the YouTube views, and that's damn near as important as television and streaming ratings now. So I get all that. I do think he deserved a run with that just to see what the reaction was. Could he draw in that capacity? But I would actually like to see, and Evan, I know you may not want to see a reset. Wouldn't call it a reset. I kind of want LA Knight to go heel, get real bitter, and be like, you know what? I had so much more fun when I was in LA doing the Hollywood Shuffle, trying to act. Wrestling's stupid. I hate wrestling. I'm going to use wrestling as a platform to go to movies because I am a megastar. And then he becomes, and then he maybe there's a character that is a talent agent. And he's like, look, we only really deal with people who are champions or kind of like face of the company. So he's like, shit, I have to go win a title. So I have to keep doing this bullshit for now. I'd like to see him do something with direction. Now, I don't like when people just blame the creative all the time, but I do think in this sense, creative didn't know what to do with him. He's in his 40s. I think they pulled the plug a little too soon, and they should have given him an opportunity. But now I do think it's on him, and maybe he's done this. I don't know. Maybe Sean Riker has approached WWE creative and said, "Let me try this," or "Let's do this." I haven't seen a metamorphosis, or like Chris Jericho would have reinvented himself in some capacity where he's still Chris Jericho, but he's a different iteration. Shawn Michaels, same thing. I'm not saying he's those guys, but there was a time
should he have to reinvent himself so soon though?
No, he really shouldn't yet. And maybe he has. Maybe he's done the thing where he waits to talk to creative and they don't have anything for him. You're right, Evan. No, he should not have to do that so soon.
Now, heel's not a reinvent. Heel's not bad though. Heel's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I could see him doing that. I think the LA Knight, it doesn't stand for Los Angeles, but I think that is an homage to his time there when he was on game shows and reality shows and trying to do the acting thing. And I don't question his love for wrestling, but I would like to see some sort of metamorphosis or at least like growth. But no, to Evan's point, he shouldn't have had to do that or force the hand because he didn't even really get a chance to take off.
When you organically get over, I believe you have to strike while the iron's hot. I just think you do. You know, it's not to the level of Daniel Bryan because I still think that wasn't the right decision. No matter what anybody says, that's just they caved there. But if you get over like LA Knight got over, and there's a United States title dangling around, and you're worried about social media views, we got a problem. I'm sorry. The United States title was right for the picking. The promo build up versus him and Logan Paul would have been solid.
They even teased that, didn't they? Like,
well, part of them. I'm telling you what happened. They didn't want Logan to get cooked. They ain't never going to convince me otherwise. He'd have been on that island against LA Knight, and he would have got cooked. He ain't ready for that. He ain't ready for that. He can do his little BS heel promo, but when you're in there with a juggernaut, and I'm gonna tell you where it all ended. It all ended when he destroyed him. Didn't remember when he came out and ran everybody down? You notice after that they were not there much in contact with each other. When he said you make YouTube for like 12-year-old boys, that was it.
There was no follow-up, no retort, nothing. You're right.
That he might have literally either upset that kid or upset them because after that there was no LA Knight and Logan. That was done.
Well, because they knew what was coming down with the pipe with the Prime deal and the stuff and the logo on the mat.
Yep.
This dude getting roasted. He about to put all that money into the company.
100%, and you're never going to convince me otherwise because it don't make any sense. He got United States title written all over him. That's the perfect title to give someone as they're working their way up. Lord have mercy. Shine Bright says, I think LA is paying attention to all the promo work that is going on, but he would have to wait until after The Rock leaves until he can level up his promo so he isn't mimicking The Rock. That's all fair. But
everybody said that they don't. Well, most people said that are defending LA Knight that they don't see the Austin and the Rock comparisons, which I always did see a little bit of that, and I don't think he even would shy away.
He admitted. Oh, he admitted it. He goes. I love those guys when I was growing up. He goes. I'm sure I drew for them. I used to watch them every week. I was like, that's a fair thing to say.
I mean, a blind deaf man could tell he's a combination of the both of them.
I know.
Just saying.
But if to that point though, if you don't think that he can shine until The Rock leaves, and The Rock overshadows everyone except for John Cena, let's be fair. But don't you think that he might be flying a little too close to the sun and needs to pivot in some way, shape, or form? Then part of that's on him. Now a lot of that is on the creative, and I hate when people use that as a crutch. I'll say it again.
It's true though, bro. It's true.
Yeah,
he said one line about Logan, and it blew the doors off the place. And they ain't never been in the same ring. After that, and just like Justin said, them Prime deals don't happen overnight. They was in the listen. Lord have mercy.
Keeping the real goes wrong.
Lord have mercy.
There is never Evan. Do you remember because I've known Evan longer? The only reason I'm singling him out. Do you remember in damn near 40 years of watching this, an advertisement being on a ring? The only time I remember the ring other than the apron even having anything was at WrestleMania 12, I believe.
I will never be on board with that, by the way.
No, me neither. That's insane.
I will never, and it's not me being old. I will never, ever, and here go people. Oh, they put it on jerseys and cars. This is a wrestling ring. Stop it. Don't do that. And you know those little tiny logos on NBA jerseys. them little tiny logos. This is gonna be a big old Prime bottle mucking up my ring, and not even the things that are the digital signs that shift on the apron. We're talking about on the canvas in the middle, brother. That's wild. I will never be on board. I don't care if you put my face on that damn ring. I'll be like, get it off. Get it off. Yo, Little Fettuccine, shout out to you pulling up for the first time. Favorite Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie? Great question to bring some levity to me getting depressed about LA Knight. Thank God PAW's not here. Oh, God, you picked the worst movie. Come on, man, get that
hilarious.
Yo, sign out and sign back in.
That was hilarious. What movie you going with?
DP, you're on timeout apparently.
You tell me what movie.
Put your nose in the corner, DP.
Gridiron Gang.
Yeah, that's the Rundown for me. I like The Rundown.
The best scene The Rock has ever acted in is when he's in the locker room.
Yo, Razor, shut the hell up. You don't mean Doom. You better not. I will come through this damn airways and rock bottom you.
That man.
Can any of you experts on our panel or in the chat tell me?
Shout out to Walking Tall.
In Gridiron Gang, there's a scene where The Rock is in the locker room with that one kid, and he talks about, he's like, when did you forgive your dad? And he's like,
but even if you're locked up, you are somebody.
Who is that? Who was that kid? He's one of the best young actors I've seen in a while, and he was never in shit after that. I love Gridiron. I might watch that shit tonight.
Man,
let's talk about a Samoan Watchman. No, from Samoan to other Samoan, you respect when the Samoan pulls out for the run. I like the Rundown because that was like prime Sean William Scott. He's good in that. He's good in that film.
Hey,
I get Rufio in there, and because I have no objectivity with not Rufio.
Hey, Rock's 10 minutes.
Ernie Reyes Jr. Keno. I get Keno in there. I have no objectivity.
Oh, that is Keno too, and he's
yes,
jacked.
that is. Yes, that is. Yo, are you trolling right now, Big Face? Or are you being for real? Is it Tooth Fairy?
Hey,
and by the way, Moana don't count. Moana don't count.
Moana's
Nope.
amazing.
Dewey don't count.
The first 10 minutes of the other guys was hilarious.
They could have had their own spinoff. They could have had their own spinoff.
I'm like, movie. Come on, why you just gonna jump off? That was hilarious. That's my.
Yo, wait a minute, hold on.
Are you? Rock did.
Who said San Andreas? Are y'all trolling? Stop trolling, man. See, this is how I know. All jokes aside, this is how I know The Rock's made some bad movies because y'all playing around in this chat.
A lot of bad movies.
y'all giving me his bad.
He's the same guy in each one too.
listen. Pain and Gain is Citizen Kane compared to the ones y'all just been naming. I'll take Pain and Gain over all these movies y'all made. Yo, shout out to Skyscraper.
That movie, boy. That Rock was a terror in that movie.
Hey, remember when he had hair and he was Hercules?
Oh no! Shout out to what's it called? Shout out to Be Cool when he first started to get his beak wet.
Yeah, with the fro.
yeah. When he did the Bring It On monologue, yo. He did the Bring It On monologue.
Was a gay cowboy in that movie. Wow,
no, he's cooking. He's cooking in that movie.
Man, he did a great job in that movie.
Because you got to understand, because he wasn't allowed to have ego then. See, because now has in his contract where he can't lose. See, he was still in the early stage where he can make fun of himself. The Rock wouldn't do that role if his life depended on it right now. He wouldn't. He's smelling them. And I told you, we all universally love The Rock. But damn it, if I'm critical of myself, I could be critical of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Brother. The Rock don't even want to lose to Vin and Fast and the Furious. Thank you, Lucci. Like, let's talk about it. Can we talk about it? He don't even want to lose to Vin in his own franchise.
No, bro, not today.
Do you know how crazy
ass on this set today?
Do you know how crazy that is? That's like someone not losing not wanting to lose a John Wick. You gotta lose.
You gonna have to take that ass whooping from Dom.
If The Rock was in John Wick, I promise you, Keanu would not win. I promise you, he would not win. I promise
that movie be over quick.
God, that boy got an ego, boy. I swear to God, that boy got an ego. Listen. LA Knight, I'm pulling for you, brother. Money in the Bank can't save everybody because guess who got it and how's that working out? You know, that can't always be the answer. That used to always be my answer too. It's a great way to save somebody that's floundering. It's a good way to give somebody an opportunity without a storyline. It's a good way to do a lot. It's a great device that they create. That's why it's my favorite, but it's fallen short as of late. And you know it's fallen short when people the last great cash in is Seth Rollins. That's the last great male cash-in is Seth Rollins. And that's an indictment on the Money in the Bank. And I do believe they have to do something special to kind of revitalize it. Don't phase it out. It's too clever. It's too clever. Too many variables. You can beat anybody on any given night. What up, Chef?
The other thing that I have an issue with when WWE tries to give someone an achievement without really giving them, it's like giving them a participation trophy. You know what I mean? They might as well just do what they did for Xavier Woods and let him be King of the Ring or something cheap like that, because that's what they do when they don't want to give you a title, but they want to give you recognition without giving you a full rocket on your back. They say, oh, you can have this other little achievement that doesn't really mean anything, but we let you win something.
Yo, shout out to Untouchable saying Damian cash in after Cody wins at Mania. You are, bro, never in a million years. It would blow the doors off of Philadelphia, though. I'm telling you right now, if you hear that, whoa, and then all of a sudden the Judgment Day stomp him out and Damian wins, I would lose my mind.
You would have had to not tune in to Raw for a month for that to happen, because look at what they doing in Judgment
I'd be so happy. Dylan Matthews, what up, Ozzy? If Cody somehow doesn't beat Roman night 2, the Money in the Bank is the only way for Cody, and he calls the cash in ahead of time. I go, they're telegraphing it too much, man. Cody's winning, bro. Cody's winning.
He would have to turn heel if he lost. He'd have to turn heel, do something, sign with some like do a deal with the devil, get another shot, yada yada yada. That's something that he would have to do.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they would be able to do. They'd have to turn him heel.
Yo, it's that portion of the program. Well, should I say this is a brand new portion of the program? Listen, I got a chef on it. I got a chef on the panel. You know what I mean? In every single week, we gonna go to Chef for a chef's recipe. Give me something flavorful that you can create, either something that can improve upon or something we can unpack on this podcast, brother. For the people that are on the chat, because we got some people pulling up today. What's good?
Appreciate it, Evan Mack. Appreciate it. So, as a man of many, I should say, I'm knowledgeable. I've done a little bit of everything. You know, I've dabbled in a few different cuisines here and there in my 39 years of life, going on 40. You know, shout out all the 40 and ups. I have, I guess, a few thoughts and ideas for creation to kind of solve, as we've spoke on this podcast about, there's a lot of people who don't have something to do come WrestleMania. So my first installment for Chef's recipe is getting the lovely Bianca Belair match at WrestleMania. Now, she's on SmackDown, and, we've all spoke enough about what they're doing with the women's title with Io and Bayley. So, they've gone on storyline, and, somehow Bayley's supposed to be the sympathetic babyface now, and we're supposed to feel bad for her. And they showed last week how, Bianca was kind of like, she kind of had this coming. She deserves what she gets, this, that, and the third. You had Naomi kind of saying, I feel bad for her. She came out and tried to help because it was Bayley and Dakota Kai wrestling, and it's 4-on-1. Naomi comes out. So if you have all these things mixing, the best way to kind of make it work would be to have her, finally come around and be convinced to help Bayley in the way that will be beneficial to her as well. So the first part of my recipe would have her team up with Naomi in a way that they can wrestle against the tag champs. Whether they win or not, that would be the first way to get her on the WrestleMania card, because then she's featured. It's a title opportunity she hasn't won yet. It also kind of goes with what I said last week, where it gives Naomi something to do, and maybe retribution for the fact that they walked away from those titles the first time with someone who shall not be named, that is a CEO. So, cheap pop, but that it is what it is. So with that, if you make them the champs, she completes something she hasn't done, so she can be a tag champ. If they don't go over, you still have odd numbers game, so there's still uneven. But they've also tempted fate with another person that we kind of saw that hasn't been out there yet. So the final ingredient for this recipe is bringing in Jade Cargill. Now, how you do that is she comes in and she can say to the group, I'm in it for the title, this, that, and the other. But to get it off of the group, they're going to have to band together to get the job done, to have each other's back. And, either Bianca or Jade can say, hey, I'm willing to help you if I'm the first person who gets the shot when you get the belt from Io. So that way they all have a common goal. They all have something they're trying to get to, and they can all band together to rally against a group who has the numbers, because individually they're all going to lose. But if they all get together and kind of super team it, it's the right recipe to either blow up the group, take some titles off the group, and it don't even have to all be at WrestleMania. That can go into SummerSlam too, as far as when each part of it loses a title. So even if Io wins now, she could still lose later when Jade's ready to wrestle, either wrestling the winner Bailey or wrestling the champ who keeps it, because they have the numbers with Io. So that for me includes Naomi. It includes Bianca. It gives all the parties something relevant to do. And you have a couple different options of possibilities to come up with, the right menu item to make everybody happy. Everybody's going, everybody's interested, everybody's in it. It makes sense. And, it can turn out better than what it's looking. I'm hoping they're going this way. So I'm kind of leaning into the little things I see here and there, that the interactions that have happened on SmackDown with everyone in the women's division. So, Evan, that's Chef's first recipe for the Kick Rocks podcast.
So check it out. The chat's with you. Sean Bryce said, I'm not mad at Bianca and Naomi winning the tag titles because it would allow them to get their feet wet in NXT and their roster. That's a good idea. Ralph says Chef's cooking. Jerome said maybe a battle royal. They're thinking outside the box, but the tag team title seems to be something that people are very intrigued with. And it would, I know she's a main eventer, I know Bianca's a main eventer, but I do think having her cachet and what she's able to do can bring legitimacy to titles that people think you don't get too much attention for. You know what I mean? Kind of these transition titles and these bad things that people say about certain titles. That's why I do admire what Becky Lynch did by going to NXT and wrestling some of this younger talent. There's something to be said about that. And I think Bianca has the draw enough to be able to do what you're saying, Chef, and make it make sense. And because Lord have mercy, they don't know what to do with Naomi.
Well, because it gives a little bit of relevancy to the titles if Bianca has one.
That's what I'm saying. That just a lot of bit, because you need something she's not held. That'll be a cool listen. Sean Bryce says, I'm here for Team Bad 2.0. I'm like, yeah, listen, all these things make sense, and let's see what they do, because bro, bro, WrestleMania is tomorrow. Yeah, I can have swore WrestleMania is Wednesday, but for real, listen, Dylan Matthews said Chef's Recipe's getting the damn graphic. Yo, pull up on your boy.
Yeah, I'm giving out free storylines for these people.
Listen, we always do on this name. Yo, listen, before I kick it to DP, I see this all over the place. I see it all the time. I've been seeing it for 20 years, literally 20 years. I've been seeing Sting versus Undertaker for 20 years. I've never really understood it. Seriously, I'm not even being funny here. I never really understood why people were so adamant about getting Sting versus Undertaker. Why were they so tied at the hip for two guys that were never at the same company ever? And and it came to light again. It was trending that they say VKM, Vinnie Mac, was like, he didn't want it to happen, so everyone's blaming him for it not happening. And that's crazy, because if it would have happened, Sting would have been 97 years old anyway, so it really wouldn't have really hit the same. The time that was supposed to happen is when they were both at their apex, Crow Sting and Undertaker being Undertaker. But I'm asking you guys, I'm asking the chat, I'm asking the world, brother, why,
mama, daddy,
Jay, why does everyone want that so much? What's happening? Is it because they both wear black? What's can you please help me? I've never understood it.
I never cared, but I will say there's certainly parallels there. You outlined a few of them. They both had a very long reign on top or upper mid card at the worst in one company, right? Neither jumped ship when there was money to be made on either side. Ratings were never higher. They both stayed true to where they were. Sting became dark and ominous when the Undertaker was the American badass, and he came back dark and ominous as the dead man. But when Sting was dark and ominous, his reason was that they were destroying his company from within. I think he never articulated it. He just pointed a bat at people and didn't talk. I think Sting and The Undertaker are in different leagues as far as talent and who is actually a superior superstar. That's not the argument that we're making. I think The Undertaker is leagues above Sting for a lot of reasons. I think Sting's one of the most overrated wrestlers of all time.
Ooh, damn. Damn. He just retired, man. Damn. Yo, what up, Nate?
Did he though? Because he's going to be
he retired.
He's going to be in Indianapolis in like 2 days for a signing, but I know it's not the same thing.
We can't sign autographs, man. Yo, Jay, there has to be a grace period when a man rides off in the sunset like John Wayne, Jay. You got to give him like a month, Jay.
I'll give him a month. And I like Joker.
Already blew it.
I like Surfer Sting as a kid.
He made your top 10, right, Chef?
That's okay. He's in a lot of people's top 10. I liked Surfer Sting when I was a kid, but I also like to eat fun dips for meals. So your palate gets more refined.
Damn. So are you saying you were foolish as a child? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I like the
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
But I think it was that they were sort of the flag bearer for their company. And they had the most longevity in that company without ever really jumping ship. And they were synonymous with one another, basically for being polar opposites, or two bookends rather. So Sting was the tried and true WCW star who waved the banner proudly. Undertaker was the WWE guy who never left. I mean, you could say the same about Shawn Michaels, but when the Attitude Era was at its apex, they stood true to their company. I think it was just that.
Willing to sacrifice our love.
So I think that's why, Evan. But you know what I'm not willing to sacrifice on? I can be lenient because I respect Chef for so many reasons. So I can allow Sting in the top 10. What I cannot allow is to go 1 minute further on this lovely platform without saying Karrion Kross fucking sucks.
Listen.
Hold on, JMC. For the people who are just joining this
there's quite a few new people.
And we really appreciate it. I would love for you to tell people who and what we were talking about last week.
Man, come on.
The Cliff Notes.
Yo, shout out to Nate. What it do, baby boy?
If you're just joining us, Surfer Sting, great.
Awesome.
Joker Sting and TNA. I actually really enjoyed it. Thought it was some of his best work. And to recap what you missed and last week, Karrion Kross, this just in, still fucking sucks. Back to you, Evan.
Listen. This is Sean Bright's first podcast, so welcome. Samoan says truth. Shut the hell up. Listen, Ralph said top 10 with face paints. Jerome says Sting is one of the GOATs. Bite your tongue, JMC.
Hey, Dylan Matthews.
You're allowed.
It would be 10 different languages of how to say cross for overrated wrestlers. I just want to let you know.
Listen,
I want to let you know how it's gonna rock.
I'm angry all the time.
Lucci said that's a banger, and you damn right that's a banger. That's foreigner. Let's go. Lucci said Crow Sting and Dead Man Undertaker would be the most boring promo ever. They were just gonna stare each other down. Yeah, that's my point. My point is I think people are missing like the build up. Like,
The
guys,
lights would
if you
turn
guys
out.
are thinking about the match, maybe the match will be cool. Are you guys saying this just because no one really unpacks this? They always just say we were cheated. No one ever unpacks this. If you say, Evan, it's icon versus icon, oh, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. That's a sales pitch. Or you're telling me because they both wear black, I'll be like, you're a child, and then but at least it's a reason. But guys, who's doing the build? Who's doing the build? You're like, Sting. You were once a legend. You're like, what would he say, man?
That's the lights would cut out, and then
you
Sting
will
would be in the
rest.
rafters. And then the lights would cut out again, and then the Undertaker would be out the ring. And then the lights would cut out again, and then Sting would be in the ring with a microphone screaming to the crowd. And then the segment would be over.
That's what they would do.
That's what would happen.
And people would be like, "Oh my god!"
Listen.
Nate says, say, "Tell me when I'm telling lies."
But this is my point, though. Nate said the Undertaker and Vince hated the idea because he understands box office. Listen, we could talk about alleged charges in NDAs all we want, but when I talk about Vince and Kennedy McMahon, I'm talking strictly wrestling. I'm not talking about proclivities when the lights go out, because Lord knows I don't want to get into that. I'm talking about wrestling. I'm not talking about tomfoolery. But I will tell you this, that Nate, it's like, because he's thinking what we're thinking. He's thinking about the promo. He's thinking about the build-up. He's thinking about the contrasting in styles. And here goes the thing these marks aren't realizing. Somebody got to go over. Yes. Somebody got to go over. And you knew who I say is going over. Even Chef would put Undertaker over Sting. Even Chef. And I haven't even asked him that. And I just know. I just know his wrestling.
That ass would go over.
Yeah.
Man,
he got to.
That man wouldn't stand a single Ice Cube's chance in the middle of hell of beating the Undertaker at WrestleMania. That part.
Yo, Untouchable Sin, top 3 overrated stars: Sting, Sasha Banks, LA Knight. Yo, Untouchable, you got to unpack that. You can't just say that and smoke bomb out of there. And Nate said Taker going over. You damn right, Taker going over. You damn Skippy. I don't give a damn.
Triple H went over. That should tell you everything.
I'm still surprised by that though. He should not have went over then though. But that I disagree on.
I agree too. I agree with you.
He shouldn't have went over. I was there. I was like, is this dude going over? Oh, come on, come on.
DX beat NWO that night. That's what happened. It wasn't one-on-one. Hey, everybody, they mama pulled up for that match, bro. It was wild.
Yo, Lucci said, Sasha put AEW back on the Mac. It's too soon. It's too soon to say that. Ooh. We'll see. It's too soon for that. At
least you gotta say Mercedes.
Because I don't even think they offer exactly. You telling on yourself.
Damn. I mean, she ain't in WWE no more.
Can't put him back on the map if you ain't even calling her by the come on now, Lucci. Lucci. But speaking of that, Nate's rolling. Speaking of that, listen, DPJR, the floor is yours, brother.
Be careful now.
One time for the folks in the back. Hey,
I'm so scared. Don't you
be careful. Yeah, we about to light it up like the 4th of July with fireworks. But now on the real.
Listen, Evan, I'm ready.
Oh,
you gotta have the button ready.
I'm on a hair trigger. Yeah.
No,
but go ahead.
But what has my feathers ruffled this week is the fact that the New York Post is gonna drop an article talking about how the WWE needs to rethink how they approach free agency. In what world do they need to rethink how they do business? You tell me. First off, I got a few names of wrestlers that made the jump, and you tell me who did better. All right, let's start. I'm sorry, this is not what I expected. I love this. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. So Adam Copeland and his friend Spike. I want to ask, is he doing a better job in AEW or is he doing a better job in WWE? Wow. Let's make it a little bit closer. You could go, would you take Mox or would you take Dean Ambrose? I'm taking Dean Ambrose. It's just me, What about Miro? Yo, how's Miro doing in AEW? I miss Rusev Day too, everybody. Me too. Every time on SmackDown.
At least he had a wife in WWE.
Oh, damn. Oh, I almost forgot her name. Ember Moon. How is Ember Moon doing in AEW? Oh, damn. She ain't even in AEW. She's in ROH. And so the WWE needs to rethink how they do free agency because, yes, I'm not going to sit here and act like Mercedes Moné isn't money in the WWE. Well, it remains to be seen in AEW. She's going to be money, but she is box office, yes. But Will Ospreay? Main event talent? Will Ospreay? Y'all tell me what show he's main event in AEW.
He will main event all in.
No, you're talking about in the future. I'm talking about today. Yeah.
He will be main eventing in London. I can assure you.
Sure. Maybe 2 years from now. Oh, yeah. Okada. How about Kushida Okada? What in the hell is he main eventing in AEW?
Listen, Kazuchika Okada, and he's gonna main event as well. He will. I swear he will
in the future. But I'm talking about now. So when he's running lackeys with the Young Bucks, he's right out there being a lackey of the Young. The dude ain't no heel. First and foremost, don't nobody want to boo Okada. We want to cheer Okada. People want to see the Rainmaker, and I want to boo the dude still. I know you do. Hey, I know you do. But it ain't for the reason that they want you to boo.
Facts.
Yeah, and because it's the main reason is he don't speak English well. He can't cut promos like he needs to. Shinsuke Nakamura speaks the English language just fine, but they still got his ass cutting promos in Japanese with subtitles. So I'm supposed to believe that WWE, because they chose not to sign. Yeah, you're damn right. You damn right I am. Yeah. You mean to tell me that I'm supposed to tell the WWE to rethink how they do business? Have they lost a sponsor to the AEW? Hell no, they lost no damn sponsor to AEW. What money have they lost to AEW? Nothing. So I'm gonna ask you, fine, wonderful brothers of mine. Am I tripping or not? Might be the new segment name. How about that?
Listen. I already got a name for it. You don't even realize it yet, but you'll see it in post. I promise you. You'll be happy. Man. You'll be happy with it. Listen, Simone Watchman's laughing.
I need some
Jerome says the New York Post really messed you up today, didn't it? Nate said
ruffled my feathers, daddy.
DPA's favorite rapper is Dylan, no question. Listen, Rocky said I'm the ultimate heel. Sean Bright says Athena is killing it in ROH, but I do agree that she needs to be on AEW programming. Yes, she does, because really people don't really know what Ring of Honor is, brother. You know what I mean? Like it's like point. if it's the whole thing is if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to see it, didn't make a sound. That's Ring of Honor, and I'm being kind. That's Ring of Honor. If you're killing it and nobody's watching, are you killing it? The answer is no.
Hell no.
The answer is no. And I'm not trying to throw shade at her run. It's the facts. It's just facts.
You gotta tune into an app to see her wrestle. Damn shame. Listen,
but everything
was on the main roster too.
Listen, and this is a classic case of someone paying for PR. Somebody paid for that kind of article. No disrespect. They just did, because it doesn't really make sense, because the first line in the article was like, despite WWE being incredible. That's like the first line. The first line is, despite WWE breaking every single record and being amazing. Like they've dropped the ball. Like, yeah, they literally they torpedoed their article with first line.
The first line. They overreacting like Dallas Cowboy fans in the middle of April. That's what the hell they doing at the New York Post.
Yeah, that wasn't not a good. Don't put that in the first line of the article. That killed the whole article. Jerome said the allure of WrestleMania is not good enough anymore. You are smoking all kinds of crack. I don't know what drug you're smoking.
We're hanging out in Arizona.
I'm gonna need you to slang it a little bit so we can and break me off a couple ducats, because you must be crazy.
Break me off.
You must, Jerome. You must be crazy. When I tell you MJF will be main event WrestleMania in the very near future, you've heard it here first. That is always the draw, brother. Will Ospreay, when I read his quote, of why he didn't join. I love what he said. Seriously. Like I was talking to my wife about it. I love what I said, Heidi, I'd do exactly what Will Ospreay would do. Exactly what he would do. He got offered more money to wrestle less on his terms, his travel schedule. So from speaking from a personal perspective, Will Ospreay did something incredible. I would do that. When I speak about people going to the E, I'm speaking about my thoughts about them living in immortality. I'm talking about being immortal. Like all jokes aside, WrestleMania is the showcase of the immortals. It really is. So when I talk about a wrestler like an MJF going to WWE, it's for immortality. It's not for financial stability. So Will Ospreay did exactly what I would do because I like paying bills and my family was broke. I like my wife having the finer things in life. So I love what he said. But when we're talking immortality and we're talking about being a living legend, I'll say it before. I've said it on this podcast. I'll say it to the day I die. You are not the best until you wrestle the best. I don't care what you say. Until you wrestle the best at the highest level, you aren't the best. You ain't. And I love Will Ospreay, but you ain't the best yet, kid. Not until you go to the E with all that pressure and all those sponsors and all those cameras and all that production and all that direction and all that creative and all that structure and that freaking crowd of 40 to 50 to 60 to 100,000 people that don't know who you are. Then you come talk to me. Because I'm tired of people telling me they're the best. Show me you're the best. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. I can say whatever I want. You have to show me. And I love me some Will Ospreay, but until you showcase at the Showcase of the Immortals against somebody viable, a legend, an icon, then you're just a good wrestler. And that's what you'll be. You'll be a good wrestler. I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing else about none of that foolishness, man. Because I'm telling you right now, but I told you I would do the same thing. I do it. I do what Mercedes would do too. Because Mercedes will go come back to the E. I guarantee you she's going back to the E. Damn, Nate, it took you an hour, 21 minutes to subscribe to the to the channel. Where the hell you been, Nate?
A little bit late, but
it took us an hour to win you over. That's definitely a no yeet. Look at this. This here just go chiming in. Lord have mercy on my soul. Listen, I can't stand this girl. Listen. But listen, to your point though, brother. Everything you're saying is correct, but I'm only coming at the article. I don't want to come at anybody at the AEW because I'm telling you right now, I love that wrestlers can work different places in the world. I mean that. Just because I'm partial to World Wrestling Entertainment. That's just partial. You know, listen, Eddie James says WWE not the only game in town anymore. WrestleMania not the lore it used to be. You literally almost took the words out of my mouth. I literally was just saying what you're saying to a smaller level, though. There's always been wrestling, though. Everyone likes to act like there's never been wrestling. There's always been wrestling. There's always been different places you can go. I never said that WWE is the only game in town. You got to listen to me when I'm speaking. I said to live in immortality, you have to go there. You do.
It has to be mentioned, Evan, that everything you're saying is spot on. Absolutely correct. When Tony Khan offers you a contract, it is usually, I'm sure there's exceptions, there's a concrete number that you are pretty much guaranteed to earn. In WWE, when they quote those same numbers, that's a downside guarantee that
fake numbers.
And it's not comparable to an AEW contract in terms of guaranteed money. But if you get over, become a star, move merch, all the things that you're very capable of doing, and they give you opportunities to do most of the time. Actually, even LA Knight sells merch, so his paycheck is probably amazing.
Nice.
So let's not feel too bad for him, Sean Riker. However, Will Ospreay cannot be the Will Ospreay that you all know and love, the indie-rific Will Ospreay that can drop people on their heads, be dropped on his heads 5 nights a week in WWE. Not at this stage. So I would venture to guess because Will Ospreay is pretty young, but if he can make it out of there with his style in 3 to 6 years, he'll go to WWE for a higher downside guarantee, be more of a household name, and probably change his style up a little bit. So the ultimate destination where people say WrestleMania may not be the draw that it once used to be, maybe people are just approaching it differently, but very few of these people in there, even from the ages of mid-20s to 40s, grew up with AEW posters on their wall because there were none. They're still idolizing most of the time WWE superstars, playing WWE 2K. That's still and forever will be, just because of the lineage, just because of the history of that company. That is still, you guys know that Kleenex is a brand of tissues. Kleenex is not a tissue. But people hear WWE and think that's what professional wrestling is. We're talking about the mainstream. We're not talking about us. We are going to watch everything no matter what and scrutinize and analyze. So to most people, WWE is always going to be professional wrestling, just like the NFL is always going to be football. You get the Rock.
That's what I try. That's what I try to explain to people, Jay. That's the fundamental reason why you can't argue what you just said is that's it, guys. WWE is the NFL. There are alternatives. There's a whole bunch of different kind of football out there,
and there's even more now because the Rock. And
you're more than welcome to join it. What I'm trying to say is, and Eddie James, he hears what I'm saying. Will Ospreay has changed his style a lot to be less high flying, to be more strong. So
he almost killed Kenny Omega like a couple months ago, though.
Eddie, I don't know, man. I told you I like Will Ospreay, but I'm like, Eddie, I don't know, man. They still calling him the aerial assassin. That means he's killing people with his in the air.
Literally what that means. And by the way, that Will Ospreay promo last Wednesday was one of his best promos ever. So I'm happy to see him evolving and becoming more of a personality, because he has that energy and that passion. He needs to.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, and I'll say it. I started off my argument by saying I would have done the exact same thing. Are you kidding me?
What is he, 30?
I told you I would love. I guarantee you, I would love Tony Khan. I bet you, me and Tony Khan would be best friends. This ain't never. You ain't never gonna hear no Tony Khan slander on this podcast, because he pays his people. He gives them time off. He gives them mental health breaks. He gives them what they ask for. They get to make profit off their own merch, like not little profit, like the profit.
The profit.
Like you ain't never gonna hear no guy. You're never gonna hear nothing bad. But I will say this. This is all about immortality.
Jerome and Eddie, we are in no way saying that you're wrong. But
hell no.
To Evan's point, there's a lot of very happy people in NWA and TNA and WCW back in the day. And you can make a damn good living there and still be relatively famous in your world. But what we are saying is, when people have their pie in the sky dreams and they lay their head on the pillow at night, they're usually thinking about holding up a title over their shoulder at WrestleMania. And that will forever be what is synonymous. Just like Patrick Mahomes in college thought about winning the Super Bowl. He didn't think about winning whatever the Canadian Football League trophy is. With all due respect, it's not saying that you guys are wrong.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Will Ospreay would tell you himself, if given the opportunity to main event WrestleMania in Wembley or main event All In in Wembley, he'd be lying through his fucking teeth if he said he would pick All In. He'd be
That's
lying.
bars.
That's a
that
lie.
That might be the end of the conversation there. That's beautiful. Like, there ain't no way he would never be able. The Lord would reach down and snatch the soul out of his body.
Let's be honest. He would lie. Like, he wouldn't even get a breath, man. His ass be in the hospital before he said I.
Which just snatches like, boy, you better stop lying up in here. We better stop that foolishness.
Jerome, once again, you're not wrong.
Before we go to the next subject, my boys, how much do you think the MJF injuries played into his role of possibly staying with AEW?
Nothing. Not 1%.
Or you think it was just the bag? Because I mean,
no, I think it's more
free agency isn't the best look.
The bag is the bag. I'll never. Money is amazing. I really think he's loyal. I think he's loyal. I think it's more loyalty than money. I really do. I'm going to give the kid the benefit of the doubt and say he's just loyal.
You guys know who trained MJF, right? The Creative Pro Wrestling Academy. Pat Buck got the job that he has in AEW basically because of MJF, and MJF is tied in there for a few more years. I wholeheartedly agree he'll go back to WWE one day and he'll do great things, but MJF is like a wrestling purist in a lot of ways, where like he knows where he wants to end up eventually, but I think he has unfinished business and feels almost like loyalty, almost like he helped start that company and wants to see it through till the end. I really think that. I think he re-signed last year.
Eddie James, Tony Khan should use the NFL and WBD connects to get more mainstream success for his talent. Like I said, and another thing though, to your point, Eddie, is like they're young, bro. The company's young.
Sponsors don't love when you cut people with pizza cutters and then cut to a commercial for Little Caesars Pizza. If he wants to be more mainstream, he has to. WWE's Disney. You can't have that kind of violence every single week and that kind of thing on your program. So To get 1 million viewers for what they're doing is actually kind of remarkable for how violent that program
under the circumstances.
Yeah, and there's a reason why the NFL is sponsoring with WWE to create legacy titles. There's a reason why Major League Baseball is sponsoring with WWE and Fanatics to issue titles. The only reason, the only reason the NBA isn't in bed with the WWE is because they're in bed with AEW because they share the same network. That's the only reason. No more, no less. If they ass wasn't on Turner, you'd be getting you a Lakers WWE championship coming your way.
And make no mistake, though, WWE has their flaws. They're way too scripted. They're way too corporate. They're way too telegraphed. They're way too scared to push the envelope. Don't get it twisted, man. I'm here. Listen, they don't pay me. Y'all ask me what they got their problems too. Way too scripted. That's why everyone's freaking out. That's why everyone was freaking out about the bloodline. That's why everyone was freaking out about what The Rock's doing right now, because it's fresh, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
The WWE makes a weekly product, so they have a formula they stick to because they're making their shows based on the cities they're in, not us watching. I am telling you for a fact. They make it for each city they visit. So to that person that's never watched the show in the city, it looks different. But if you watch Raw every week, if you don't think it's formulaic, then I don't know what you're watching. It's formulaic because it literally is formulaic. Mm-hmm. Because they're making it for the town that they go to. That's why nothing really happens, guys. Tell me what really happens. Think about it. The only thing people talk about is maybe one match and the promos in the beginning. That's all people talk about, because everything else they run. How many matches do they run back over and over and over? Because they're doing it based on the cities they're in, because they're getting the reps in the people that are in the storylines that are in. I'm calling it like I see it. So don't get it twisted. I will say this. There's something cool about how erratic AEW is. They just have to split the difference a little bit. They're a little too erratic because they're a little too random. They're a little too whoopsie daisy. You know what I mean? They have to split the diff. They take a little bit of percentage of what the formula, you know what I mean? If you just flip flop 50% of WWE's formula with AEW's formula and a little bit of AEW's randomness with WWE, I think we have the greatest wrestling products in the world.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we have the greatest
production quality now. Like right. They fired Kevin Dunn ass. Boy, it's a light day.
Yeah, because that's production now. People going crazy about the production, but that's production. I'm not gonna diminish what Kevin Dunn's done for more than 2 decades because people like camera angles. Like it's a producer that's making a choice. With all due respect, he's afforded all the technology in the world, and he has a different idea of how he wants things to look. He's doing this steady cam thing where he's following people backstage. It's cool. It's cool, but I ain't gonna let you diminish Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn reinvented how you shoot sports entertainment.
Not
for
at all.
30 years.
But I'm just saying. I'm not talking about you, DP. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are just people real quick to just forget about where they come from. I'm reading people I'm on social media. I go, damn, for real? That dude reinvented how they shoot. No. But you now evolve is one thing. It's just a choice, man. Did I like the way it looked? Yeah, but what's a producer choice, and people like his choice. Maybe one day they won't. There's probably someone that's like, I don't like that. It's just a choice. I'm not gonna get that dude flowers for using a steady cam. Get the hell out of here. I was just at a K-pop concert a few days ago and they were using steady cam. Evan Mack, was I not? Were they not using steady cam the whole show? He can kick rocks. Listen, so, Eddie James, I'm sorry, I'm like, he's using a steady cam. Eddie James, do y'all think WWE and AEW would ever do a show together? Not in a million, billion, trillion years.
You guys do realize that
it would break the world, though.
I think Tony Khan is the one that would hold it up because, like,
Tony would do it. Tony would do it. Tony would do it.
Tony would do it tomorrow. But I got
Tony watches Raw every Monday. Bet my life.
Probably watches it back when he's in the gorilla position. It probably tweets while he's doing it. But a question for you, the panel, 2 questions for you guys and for the chat. Do you guys realize that one's kind of rhetorical? Since the first AEW ever, the first episode of Dynamite, there's only been one episode that's been rated higher than the first one. And that wasn't even Dynamite, excuse me. That was Rampage when CM Punk came back. And since then, the ratings have never been higher than the first episode. Now, I need you. My question is, let's take MJF out of this equation because he's an anomaly. Other than MJF, who is either a homegrown AEW star or who has come over from WWE that is more over in the mainstream, in the zeitgeist, brother, than they were the day they debuted in AEW. If you can tell me one person.
Swerve.
One. That's one. Who else? Good. I forgot about him. Damn it. Sorry, Evan. Well done.
Used to be Wardlow.
Yeah.
For that 3-month
It
time.
It was Eddie Kingston for a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It was Powerhouse Hobbs for a sip of coffee.
Other than
Thunder Rosa for a taste of coffee.
Is there anyone other than Swerve who's has maintained that? The biggest,
absolutely not.
The biggest Daniel Bryan has ever been, the biggest Adam Cole has ever been, the biggest Adam Copeland has ever been, the biggest Saraya has ever been, was the moment they came out. And since then, they have steadily declined in how effective they are for the company, and the ratings prove that. Now, can Mercedes do anything about that? I don't know, but I don't see her getting
the beans.
For real, seriously. Tony Storm, maybe. Tony Storm was
no, yeah, she because they the way she ended, pie in the face, and she listened. Like Tony was a little impatient. She has pride. I don't mind you having pride when it comes to your career and your life. You only have one life to live. I think she was a little impatient. I think, for goodness sakes, Roman was getting dog food put in his face. What was going on with Roman?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, with all due respect, pie in the face is the oldest trick in the history of comedy. You gotta I think she left a little too early is what I'm trying to say. That's all.
Okay, before I put this to bed and turn it back over to you guys, I'm sorry. I need to know these things.
This podcast is whatever. Now, of course, the most people, why when it's winding down to 50,000? Go ahead. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
With that in mind, I could argue that none of other than the in-house reaction that those talents get, Swerve and Tony Storm, the ratings are steadily declining. So I could say no one's more over than they were, because they're not actually building stars. They were more popular the day that they started the company. Now, a lot has changed since then. Cody was there. I think that was a big blow. But, I mean, I will definitely give you Swerve and Tony for sure. I'll give you MJF, even though I took him off the table. But other than that, I don't think that they're doing a good enough job, which means to me that their business model is not sustainable. And as rich as Tony Khan is, I don't see how anybody can lose $30 million a year and want to keep that going. I think Tony he's in it. He's fighting the good fight. He's in it for the long term. I don't want them to go anywhere. I enjoy the grittiness of AEW, but I need more consistency. Like Evan said, if you could just find some middle ground and a little more organization, and then take WWE, let it be a little more erratic, it would be such a wonderful place to be.
Me too.
I'm with you on everything you say. Man. Yeah, we are. Hell yeah, get a JMC t-shirt. Listen, no, I can't say that no more. He's been disqualified from. You don't listen.
Speaking of people who used to be over, oh my god,
you don't get mentioned on this podcast until you figure out your life. You ain't go. I ain't mentioning you on here. I ain't referencing your tomfoolery. You know.
Hey, JMC, Daniel Garcia and his dance.
Listen, Jerome said Raw had over 3 million viewers not too many years ago. What happened to all those fans? And I
they're watching YouTube clips. They're still there. They're there.
Yeah,
100 million YouTube subscribers.
Raw and SmackDown
where they are.
Raw and SmackDown still get 3 million. Raw's 3 hours. You know how many shows other than NFL football would kill for that many viewers for 3 straight hours?
Yeah,
Number
so like the thing,
one.
To your point though, Jerome, like here goes the thing, bro. Like the thing about it is I don't do the numbers thing. That's not what I do. None of these companies are paying my bills, so I don't care about the key demo. I don't care how many people are viewing. I don't care about any podcast that does that. This shit's insane to me. It's insane. Don't nobody know shit about no Nielsen ratings. Like it's the craziest. There's so many variables. There's live +7. I can go on for days about TV because a lot of people really don't know TV because they ain't worked in TV. Mm-hmm. So like the live +7 is a good number to gauge because there's the live viewership plus the 7 day. Like, listen, that's neither here nor there. They're getting way too nerdy on you. What I'm trying to say is I don't come on this podcast to talk about numbers. I don't, cause it's just crazy to me. Like I think you like cause to Jay's point, streaming, YouTube clips, social media, 100 million subscribers is 100 million subscribers. Hulu. Any way you slice it. Hulu, Peacock,
Netflix,
$5 billion Netflix deal. Who give a damn about 3 million live viewers? I know they don't. Netflix don't give a shit.
How does WWE have their own network? They're on every app, every streaming service, and TV network deals, and they're the biggest. They're bigger than the NFL and social media. I bet you Logan Paul. I think Evan, you might know this. I could look it up and get my stockholder info. They're probably paying him between $5 and $10 million for this contract.
I hope not.
I mean, I hope not too. But I bet you just based on you, let's just say $5 million, which is ridiculous.
Holy shit.
But in ad revenue based on his YouTube clips, I bet you he pays for that in 3 months. Honestly, it's stupid, but I bet he does.
I don't know if he makes that many in 3 months, but Mr. Beast, I don't know if he does.
That's true, but I'm just saying, but it's
that's not a lot of money.
They wouldn't keep doing this if he wasn't giving them 10 times their investment. I promise you that. Which I'm not saying that's good. It's ridiculous.
I hope 10 times their investment's $1 million. Well, 10 mil.
Lord.
Oh my God, that's Brock Lesnar numbers.
I can find out. I have the stockholder information.
Dear God, that is so much money. Oh my God. God, does he do that well on social media? I know his show.
Logan.
Oh, I know his show, but I don't think he generates like 5 million like a month or something like that. I doubt that very highly.
I don't know.
You can check that on what Social Blade. Social Blade got
money to do the largest subscription deal in WWE.
Jerome said I literally just said that the ratings are a thing of the past. Oh yeah, I'm not talking about you, Jerome. I'm talking about everybody else, brother. I'm never talking about my people in the chat. Ralph Facts, Evan, you know numbers lie because we've been to shows and they've been sold out, but the critics say the arena wasn't full. Yeah, we just care about the product. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I just watched the product. The other podcasts do that because it gives them numbers and it gives them clicks, but I can't talk about someone else's pockets. That's just how I've been raised. Like it's Tony's pockets. It ain't mine. Until Tony puts me on the payroll, I can't care about his numbers. That's crazy. I care about the max numbers. I care about Heidi and Evan Mack's numbers in the bank. That's all the numbers I care about. It's the only numbers that really matter. And everybody that knows, they really do know. Let's keep it real. That's all we really do care about. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Nate, that's a good answer. What are y'all favorite moments in ECW? Listen, I'm not gonna lie. ECW to me is kind of mid. Yeah, I said it. It is what it is. A lot of untalented son bitches walking around. I love what Paul. I love what Paul Heyman did. He's the GOAT to me. But my favorite moment in ECW is ECW versus WWE. That's One Night Stand.
Oh,
and there's not one thing ECW did in their entire run that's better than One Night Stand. Not one thing. That is an amazing night. That night is I get goosebumps just thinking about One Night Stand.
First one or second one or both?
Both.
Yeah,
both.
Incredible.
Both.
RVD versus Jerry Lynn, as many times as they did it, was incredible to me. But other than that, I agree with what Evan said. I know that they dumbed it down, but when Angle and JBL and Bischoff were in the balcony talking shit.
Oh my God. I see a lot of men out there. Yo, JBL, that damn man who's the throat booty.
By the way,
I lost my. The guy could have took my life after he said that.
Oh God,
Evan, whether you care or not, I'm going to tell you, Logan Paul after merch.
Nate, I love New Jack, brother. You know he's a brother, man. He's a brother.
Yeah, absolutely. When you throw a boy out there scaffold, woo!
Yeah, we talk about moments, singular moments. We could go all day for that. Like New Jack was a different kind of cat. He's the kind of guy you just wouldn't cross in the ring. New Jack legit was scary, man. That dude was real scary, like real life scary.
What did he do? He said, "I like to thank OJ." Come on, man.
Too much.
Oh,
much. I'm with you on that, Razor.
New Jack?
I'm with you. I agree with you on that, Razor. I agree with you on that. Listen,
Evan,
there's some this.
Logan Paul, $5 million a year.
You sure about that?
They send stockholders. I sound like I think I'm cool when I say this. I'm not. I only own 10 shares. They send reports, and it's $5 million a year. But he doesn't get
worth that money.
I don't know if there's Logan Paul shirts. But I think do you think he pays for that Prime sponsorship, or how do you think that works?
He doesn't pay a dime for that.
Then maybe they work that in as like a trade.
That's 100% going to him in KSI's pocket. I've already talked about these two knuckleheads way too long.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, just not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I don't. It's not my. I don't like stupid. I don't like people that get stupid money for stupid reasons. Then I'll stand by that to the day I die. I don't care. Cracking the algorithm 15 years ago. I'm not going to put you over on this show. I just can't do it. I can't do it. You can't be going into Suicide Forest posting pictures of dead people and have me put you over. It's never going to happen.
You're not getting that rub, brother.
It's never going to happen. That's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. If my black ass did that, Lord have mercy. In my favorite country in Japan, oh my Lord.
It'll rub you raw like the skin off your left testicle. I'm trying to tell you.
I never know what you're gonna say.
It hurt. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
This show is over. That's it.
It's too late, huh? I got it off.
It's way too late. It's too late.
Minnie was rubbed raw. Baby.
God. I can't tell you how much I love y'all on this damn show. Listen, I love all y'all. I love all y'all that hung in as long as y'all hung in. I love all the new people that showed up. Please like and subscribe and follow all my boys and all the things they do. We try to do this every single week around the same bat time and the same bat channel. I swear to God, there's a segment I'm going to get to. I swear to
He ain't never going to get to it. He ain't never going to get to it.
We start talking about unconscious stuff.
It's a running joke.
Hey, we're going to get to it today.
Now,
said, hey.
It is now a running joke on the podcast.
Hey, off the top,
there is listen.
Off the top of my head, I just, got him in there. Just pull that motherfucker
right
here, all the way here.
Yo, Jerome, there's so many people that he's influenced and he's affected, Paul Heyman. So I'm really actually excited to see. I really am excited to see who does induct him. You know what I mean? Because I think it's going to be a special moment. I know he doesn't feel like he's done, but I think it's still a tremendous honor. And listen, Tommy Dreamer would be good. Punk would be good. Punk would do it. Punk would do it justice. He would. I got to give credit where credit due. He's an orator. He should
do it just to get him at Mania and be there.
RVD would be dope, but he wouldn't be that good.
RVD is blackballed from WWE now because of AEW.
Yeah, the AEW shit. It'd be a nice visual if all the AEW originals were there to
that would be actually dope, but that ain't happening. Untouchable Sin.
But
that ain't gonna
happen. And then it lead into Voldemort.
Oh yeah, I ain't even talking about Crypto Zoo Razor. Damn, I'm gonna keep going, bro. Let's go. That's Chef's boy from the Midwest, from Cleveland,
from his city.
Nope.
Shout out to Joey Styles
for your city.
Yo, Nate, Joey Styles would be dope. I love Joey Styles when I was growing up, man. That'd be dope.
I don't mess with either one of them two Vine rejects.
Well, I'll yeet to that. Yeet.
Man, it ain't Cleveland versus everybody.
This is Cleveland versus some people. You know what I'm saying?
Almost everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Evan, do you remember the best quote that we beat to death in like 2004 that Rick Rude and Joey Styles said back together when they were? He said, Rick Rude, for some reason, was commentating an ECW event with Joey Styles, who always did it by himself. And he was like, I can almost smell the emanating scent from Francine's crotch. And Joey Styles said, oh my God. He said, oh my God, Rick Rude. And he said, what did I say, Joey Styles? What did I say?
Yo, I swear to God. I take that all the way back. Listen, I'm sorry. I take it all the way back. They got some great moments in Extreme Championship Wrestling. They got some great moments all over. I love Joey Styles though. That'd be actually be good. Yo, Nate, I'm with you on that. Joey Styles, that'd be dope. Joey Styles, because it's you need a great orator. You need somebody good that can talk, not someone that just was impacted by Paul. You need someone that was impacted by Paul and can give a good speech to do it justice. Lucci, you guys are making me laugh. That's the point, Lucci. We trying to make you smile, Luch.
What did we say, Lucci? What did we say?
The best, Ravish and Rick Rude, baby. That was my guy back in the day. That was before I knew what machismo was even was. That's before I even knew that I was. That's before I even knew what it was. I just knew he was oozing machismo before Razor.
How do you have your face on your own crotch on your pants?
He was ahead of his time. Airbrushed. Airbrushed.
What Rick Rude say? He said that. What was the story? He said he I think Paul Heyman told the story to where Rick Rude said he had dude ready to jump over the barricade because he had dude in the headlock and he looked at his woman's crotch and he kept looking. The dude was about to jump over the rails. Man, that's the type of heel he was, baby. Shout out Rick Rude. That boy had swag.
Yo, he was dripping swag.
In
now
the
listen.
80s.
Listen, y'all, I swear there's a segment I'm going to get to on this show. I swear to God. Listen, I'm going to set it up. Nobody on the panel thinks I will, but I'm going to set it up one more time. Next week, damn it, listen, I want to take a group of comic book characters and have 6 heroes and have my panel recast wrestlers as those characters. It's just something that's going to entertain me because it's going to get into their mind and see who they would put in the cape and the cow, Jack. But listen, it will. It will. It will happen. I decree it will happen. Good Lord, I swear to God.
I need you to bring back Mount Rushmore's too, because you used to always close with that, and that may be because I know you want to close this damn thing, but now I need to know
Rushmore.
I want everybody's ECW Mount Rushmore real quick.
Yeah, next week. That's be new segment.
You heard me, Chef. You heard me, Chef.
ECW Mount Rushmore next week. Y'all come to the chat for that because I want to hear y'all's as well or see y'all's as well. ECW Mount Rushmore. That's going to be spicy. I'm already telling you one of mine already just to drop it. I'm putting Sabu in there. I don't want to because he has a checkered past. And I don't know if he likes the brown skinned folk over here, but it's neither here. That's neither here nor just Google. I'm not sure he likes me, but it's okay. I can't hate everyone that doesn't like me.
One of your only rules is like eventually you have to grab a microphone and talk too, and he never talked. That's crazy.
He does, but he did this.
He was acknowledging Roman back in the day.
Hey, bro, he was a wild motherfucker, boy.
Yeah,
hey,
a little too wild if you read some of his quotes, but it's neither here nor there.
Is he white?
Man, it's gonna be real.
I mean, does everyone like? How can listen? Can I live in a world where people like seriously in the year 3000 they're gonna look back and be like, y'all were racist for real? They gonna laugh because everybody gonna look the same. But they're gonna look like Steph Curry, but that's neither. They're gonna look like DPJR in the year 3000.
We taking over the world,
much to my chagrin. But
I just googled one thing. Holy shit, I'm traumatized.
You see what I'm saying?
He's Lebanese too. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like, it's disgusting. I'm like, come on. I'm like, come on. I don't want to find this stuff out, man. Come on.
Hey, that dark individual from New York City is in my Mount Rushmore.
Oh, I know he's in there. Listen, but here goes the thing, though. This is why I always say you want to see your enemies. You don't want to not see them. At least I know. At least I know. You don't want to not know.
Tell them one more time, Evan. Don't make them pull up. That's a whole lot of problem for you.
We go unpack it, yo.
Issue, baby.
ECW Mount Rushmore next week, and I swear my superhero thing next week. I swear before God, man. Unless Cody come out and cut a promo on me, then we gonna unpack that. But everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all for hanging. They've been hanging tough like New Kids on the Block, baby. I appreciate y'all for real.
Hanging tough.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hanging tough. We're rough. What's that? No, this boy did not say pain and gain. He had his pick of every single Rock freaking movie in the world since Scorpion King. And you said he said what's the best. The chat said what's the best.
Favorite. My bad. Oops.
No, I think he did say favorite. That's still an indictment on you.
It doesn't matter. Hey, The Rock was running amok that whole movie.
The true story too. We out, man. I swear. More true than you think. Good Lord.